Welcome, everyone. We're gathered here today in the beautiful nave at Bethlehem Lutheran Church. I'm joined by Pastor Elizabeth Mascal, who's the pastor here at Bethlehem, by Pastor Patrick, who's the pastor at Grace Place Campus Ministry, and I'm Janet Hunt. I serve as the pastor at First Lutheran Church. Welcome. Each of us today are going to speak to you for a moment about our favorite hymns. It was my idea to do this, and then I started to think about it. It's awfully hard to narrow that down. I'm sure that's true for many of you as well. Yet I found myself standing still in one particular favorite, and what is true about this one is true about many of them, is that they're often tied to a moment in my own faith history, perhaps the first time I sang it in a group, or the first time I heard it anywhere, or maybe a hymn that have sung over and over again. But this one in particular that I want to talk to you for just a moment about is O Day Full of Grace. This is a hymn that's been sung among the people of God for like 600 years. Prior to the Reformation, we were singing this. This was sung first in Denmark and then in other Scandinavian countries. I first sang it in a group at the Constituting Convention of the Nebraska Synod of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America in Grand Island, Nebraska in 1987. And so whenever I stand up to sing this one today, I'm taken right back to that group of joyful Lutherans stepping into a new day. So I'd offer just the first verse and maybe a word or two about it, but this is what it sings. O day full of grace that now we see appearing on earth's horizon, bringing light from our God that we may be abundant in joy this season. God, shine for us now in this dark place. Your name on our hearts emblazon. Obviously, it's a hymn about grace in abundance, something that we yearn for in these days and something that we are privileged to share with one another. It also speaks about light in our darkness. And as we sing it, we're reminded that God is our light in this present darkness. And it is dark in many ways, but also that we're called to be that light to one another. So God bless you as you seek grace in this day, as you experience the light of God, as you seek to be that light for one another. Amen.
One of my favorite hymns of all time is On Eagle's Wings. I first sang this song in children's choir at my home congregation in Colorado. It was played on repeat through camp songs, and something I hold true to a knowledge that through every hardship, Christ will raise us up like eagle's wings. The image of eagles have always been important in our family. It's my mom's favorite. We always say that when she dies, she's going to come back as an eagle. It was something that my grandpa had on his casket for being in the military, and something we still keep today. But the refrain really speaks to what we're experiencing today. And I, God, will raise you up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of dawn, and make you to shine like the sun, and hold you in the palm of my hand. So not only will God raise us up, raise us from the hardships and the anger and the anxious times, but God will also shine on us. God will use us to help each other, to be the church in a place that is uncertain. And that God will continue to hold us even when we don't know what to believe, when we don't know what the future will hold. We don't know what tomorrow brings. We can live into these words and remember that just like eagles rising, we will soar with each other and we will shine Christ's light everywhere we go.
John 1:45. In him was life, and the life was the light of all people. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness does not overcome it. These are words that are implied in the song that is, today my favorite. Christ be our light. It's a newer hymn. It was first put out in the 1980s, written by Bernadette Farrell, and she now works she's a community organizer working in social justice issues, and the social justice issues shine through the text of this song. Our world is troubled, longing for food, many are hungry, longing for shelter, many are homeless. It's the most vulnerable among us that often get hit the hardest, and our situation right now is no different. But the reason that I love this so much is because you can kind of tell something about a congregation by a way they sing this song. This congregation, Bethlehem Lutheran Church, sings this with joy and gusto and reminds us that we are church. And this song reminds us that we are church even when we're not in a building. Christ be our light, shine in our hearts, shine through the darkness. Christ be our light, shine in the church gathered today.